Well, hello, this is Rochelle, and thank you for joining me here on my channel. This is a Great Coffee Chronicles video. Can you believe it? Even though, yes, it's been a minute. Let me first take you through the new Essence range by Penelope D. I absolutely love this range. It is so pretty. It's got all the coffee things that I could possibly use, and so I'm just really excited that I have my hands on it, and you can join in along with me if you want to. This range, like I said, is by Penelope D. It's called Essence, or this collection is by Penelope D. It's called Essence. It's got beautiful chipboards that go with it, cute little elements for your journaling or your scrapbooking, and then these super cute little stencils as well, and then some chipboard words as well that you can use and incorporate in your memory keeping. So I'm checking out, because this photo is kind of yellowish, so I'm checking out which of the papers will fit better with it, and I end up deciding on the specific one with like the splatter or the ring, coffee ring on it, and then also the word sentiments and the cutout elements. Like I said, this kit is just, or this collection is just jam-packed with all kinds of goodness that works beautifully with anything coffee. And I like one of the sentiments. It says that coffee and friends, those two kind of always go together, and it really is the case for me as well, which is why I so love drinking coffee. Fondest memories are made around the table. So having decided on my paper, I am going to fit it into the little journal that I've got. I'm going to speed up me cutting down the papers. You don't need to be watching all of that. So yes, it's been a minute since I last had a coffee chronicle, for a few reasons. The one is I've just been so kind of despondent with the fact that we can't just go out and have coffee together at this stage. And I kind of looking at the coffee cups and the various places I've been a little bit sad, thinking of the fact that we can't just, call up a friend and say, hey, let's go for coffee, and had to get kind of over myself, plus incorporating the whole new world of working from home and trying to set the times and the boundaries and the when what happens, etc., etc. It's been challenging, because when you're home and you're working from home, what are the working hours? And then you've got to obviously still do the feeding the family, making sure they have clean clothes, making sure the kids get to online schooling. Anybody else feeling that out here? Whole different ball game too. We have recently gotten a puppy, so Grace is all over the show, and she doesn't want to be on the floor where the new puppy is, so she is all over my table all of the time. And so if she comes into the screenshot, just say hi like I do. I've actually tried lifting her off quite a few times, but she is oblivious to my efforts. I have distressed the edges of this paper a little bit to just make it look a bit more robust. Every time I move her off the table, she kind of moves my non-stick craft mat with her. So I'm cutting out some of the elements and some of the sentiments, really enjoying, like I said, this paper. It is going with my coffee cup from Hobby X. So here's where I hope you understand why I've been quiet on Coffee Chronicles, because I really miss Hobby X. I just going through photos and things like that, even for Project Life, I'm really missing Hobby X, and I'm missing the people, and I'm missing classes, and I'm missing coffee, and I have a coffee machine at home and can make my own coffee, and it's great. But I've realized that coffee moments are not just about the actual taste of coffee. It really is about the people you surround yourself with, having a drink of coffee with. It's the special moments like that that brings you the joy of it all. And so while I'm cutting, yes, that's what I'm doing, I wanted to just take a moment and say thank you to all the friends who have been watching and who have been staying, coming back to the channel and popping by just to say hello and sending me messages asking me if I'm still okay. I am okay. I am actually more than okay. I'm good. I'm prospering. I am happy. I'm having a lot of coffee. And yes, enjoying the new adventure, the new coffee adventures. Hoping that soon we could go back to having a cup of coffee with a friend, and that this pandemic will not change who we are in all of this. So yes, that's the deep bit of it. I am penciling out the word coffee that I want to do with my Faber-Castell Obrecht Dürer watercolor markers. I wanted to kind of mimic the coffee rings, so I wanted to add water to these Obrecht Dürer watercolor markers to see if I could get that lighter coffee ring splashes kind of effect, which if I wanted to do that, I should have gone in with a lighter color. Hindsight. So just taking a brush, this is a De La Rowney small detail brush, and I am just adding some water to the wording to see if I can lighten it up a bit and make it look more like the coffee rings in the bottom left hand corner of this. Realizing that my color is probably too dark, I'm adding some lighter color on the one side and some more red toned color on the other side, seeing how that works out and if it will work. Grace following every step I take. She's one good thing about the new puppy is that she sleeps better. Grace sleeps better, so the 4 o'clock walking around waking me up thing isn't happening, which is a good thing because I can get a bit more sleep. But now the puppy needs to be pajama drilled and taken outside, and that's waking me up. Anyways, needless stories. My Tombow multi-liquid glue, my trusty old friend. I haven't been outside of the house in the last 4 weeks with treatments and stuff like that, so my supplies are running low, and trying to tell my husband that he has to do the grocery shopping and my art shopping is not necessarily the way to go. So I will visit some online stores to get my glue replaced and my tape replaced soon. In the meantime, I am loving just trying to make work with what I have. I've run out of double-sided tape, so this will all be glued with wet glue, the Tombow glue, which is very sticky and should last well. I am sticking down the chipboard elements as well with that same glue, and it holds just fine. So this will be a slightly chunkier page just because of the three-dimensional chipboard elements, but I don't mind it much. I think it adds to the beautiful of this album. This album, the previous one, also got very chunky, and I love it. Love the chunkiness of these journals, these travel journals that I've got. Cutting out some more elements, some one of the labels and some of the faux washi. I enjoy the faux washi. It's quite nice to not have to buy a full roll and then having just the amount that you would need. Okay, tearing it so that it looks like washi and then bringing it in. I think I may have overdone this page. It's just been a while since I've played, and I just wanted to use all the stuff, and I need to actually just realize that it's okay that I don't have to put it all on one page. I can do multiple pages with the same collection. But yes, so enjoying that there's some sentiments, there's some natural or flat elements that's part of the original 12 by 12 paper, and then adding the little paper pieces as well, and then the chipboard pieces as well. just, like clustering them or layering them a little bit over one another. You can change your elements. You'll see that even with that today's cup little banner, it was part of a background, and you can cut out and make this your own. It doesn't have to be exactly like it came. You can adjust it and incorporate it and make it your own, so that you have some fun elements. And there you see I cut off the pieces that went over the page, and I didn't throw them away. I used them at the top of the page to bring in another little bit of clustering and layering in there. I do want to journal on what this event was about. It was at HobbyX, one of the takeaway coffee quick moments that I had. There wasn't a lot of those because we were busy, and it was great. So I really savored every moment of this little coffee place that was close to us. I've been searching my bank statements even to check the name, and I couldn't, for the life of me, still cannot remember the name of this little takeaway coffee shop or vendor that was there in the arena. So shout out to you guys. Can't remember the name. Really enjoyed the coffee. It was very good. And I think it was good because it was where it is, then in the environment where it was in. Bringing in some more of that red brown or orange brown and adding some water to it. And I'm so chuffed that now I just want to bring that kind of orange brown in everywhere. So I'm going to outline some of the elements that I've placed and add a few more splatters with the Albrecht Dürer watercolor markers and a thicker brush, just so that the splatters are a bit chunkier, fatter splatters. Fatter splatters, that's funny. Okay, so all that's left is to adhere it into my notebook, and my glue runs out, so I do get some of the other glue that I have, but there we go, all stuck down. Thanks for joining me. Hope to see you again soon. Bye bye.